Good morning, students. In this class, we will start our next class of electricity and magnetism. In previous classes, we have already discussed about the electricity and magnetism. What are the basics of this chapter? Means what are the different types of magnet? Means we had discussed about the artificial magnet, natural magnet. What are the benefits of artificial magnet in comparison to natural magnet? What are the properties of magnet, like directive property of magnet and property of coexistence of poles in a magnet? Then we have discussed about the directive property of magnet, property of coexistence of the pole, and we had discussed one more property of the magnet. That property I will discuss afterwards. What are the different properties of the magnet? Okay, attractive property, directive property, and property of coexistence of pole. We had discussed these things in previous classes. Then we had discussed about the electromagnet. Okay, how can we create an electromagnet and what are the properties of electromagnet? In this class, we will discuss about the difference between permanent magnet and electromagnet. Then we will discuss about the electric bell. It is a very important concept. We will discuss about the application of electromagnet by the electric bell. Okay. So first of all, start with the difference between the permanent and electromagnet. Mainly the material of the permanent magnet is steel. It means the permanent magnet mainly made up of steel, and the electromagnet mainly made up of iron. Okay. In case of permanent magnet, poles are fixed. Okay. In case of permanent magnet, the poles are fixed. But in case of temporary magnet or electromagnet, poles are not fixed. Pole depends upon the flow of current. We can change the polarity. In case of electromagnet, we can change the polarity, but in case of permanent magnet, poles are fixed. Strength of permanent magnet are fixed. We cannot decrease or increase the strength of permanent magnet, but the strength of electromagnet can be changed. Means the strength of electromagnet is variable. We can increase the strength or we can decrease the strength. It depends upon the flow of current. It depends upon the flow of current. By changing the flow of current, we can increase or decrease the strength of a magnet. The last one is magnetic field. Okay. So in case of permanent magnet, magnetic field is fixed. Okay. But in case of electromagnet, magnetic field is variable, because by increasing the strength of magnet, we can increase the magnetic field or magnetic area of force. Okay. So in case of permanent magnet, magnetic field or area is fixed, but in case of electromagnet, it is variable. So the material of permanent magnet is steel. Poles in case of magnetic field, in case of permanent magnet, poles are fixed. Strength in case of permanent magnet is fixed, but in case of electromagnet, it is variable. Magnetic field in case of permanent magnet is fixed, but in case of electromagnet, it is variable. So these are the differences between permanent magnet and electromagnet. Okay. Now the electric bell. There are different things. Mainly we have to understand about here construction and working. So for the construction, it is very important. First of all, just try to understand about the whatever the instruments are using. This is the combination of electromagnet, iron rod, then insulated copper wire. So this is whole combination of electromagnet. Then gong. We can take gong of any metallic object, like metal is not necessary, but we can object which having good strength like steel, iron, anything. Okay. Then hammer. Next, this is the adjustment screw for adjusting this soft iron armature with the electromagnet battery for the flow of current. This is the contact spring for the adjustment. This is the hammer, soft iron armature, adjustment spring, okay, and switch to control the flow of current. So these are the arrangements. So what we can see here, gongs are freely kept. The two ends of the battery, one end of the battery is connected with this adjustment screw, and the another end of the battery is connected with the electromagnet. One end of the electromagnet is connected with the this. One end of the electromagnet is connected with this soft iron armature, okay, to control this circuit, okay. So now you have seen here the connection. Switch, one end of the battery is connected to the armature, another end adjustment screw. The adjustment, this soft iron armature is connected with the hammer. When current will flow, this hammer will complete this circuit will complete and hammer hit the gong. Afterwards, the adjustment screw goes up and it will lose the contact and it goes its original position. Okay, so we shall start with the working. When the current is when circuit is completed, the current will flow in the circuit. Okay, so what will happen? The electromagnet start behaving like a magnet. The electromagnet start behaving like a magnet, and then it attract the armature. It attract the armature. When the armature moves towards the electromagnet, the hammer connects. The hammer will connect it with the gong and produce a sound. Okay, when the circuit will complete, then this coil will attract the soft iron armature and the hammer will hit this gong and sound will produce. Okay, this is the first part of the working. When the armature is pulled towards the electromagnet, it loses. When armature pulls towards the electromagnet, okay, so it will lose the connection. Hammer goes away, it will lose the connection, and automatically it will adjust itself in its original position. Okay, when current will flow, then in whole circuit, current will flow, armature will adjust with this electromagnet, and the hammer will hit the gong, sound will produce, and afterwards, when it pulls away, then hammer goes away from the gong, and sound will not produce, and all the instrument adjusts itself automatically in its original position. So this is whole about the electric bell. Once again, try to understand about the construction. This is the switch. Just write down this instrument: switch, battery, contact spring, adjustment screw. Adjustment screw is used for the mainly the adjustment screw to adjust the armature. Okay, the adjustment screw is mainly used to adjust the armature. Okay. So, switch to control the flow of current. Hammer will hit the gong to produce the sound. This is the whole construction of electromagnet. Battery for the flow of current. This is the negative. This is the positive end. So these are all the construction of this electric bell. Okay. Once circuit will complete, current will flow in the circuit. The electromagnet start behaving like a magnet. Then what will happen? Magnet attract the armature. Then when the armature moves towards the electromagnet, the hammer connected with the gong or contacted with the ground, and then sound will produce. Afterwards, when flow of current will stop, all the instrument will adjust itself on its original position, and this process continues. When the current will flow, armature will pulls away and the hammer will hit the gong. This is the concept of electric bell. Okay. So in this class we have discussed about the difference between the permanent magnet and electromagnet. Then we have discussed electric bell. So please revise this carefully. then only you will understand about the working of electric bell as well as difference between the permanent magnet and electric magnet. Well, we'll come in the next class. Mainly we have to discuss the part of electricity, because about the magnetism we had discussed all the things. We had discussed about the electromagnet, what are the different types of magnet, what are the properties of magnet. At last we have discussed about the difference between the permanent and electromagnet and electric bell. Okay, in the next class we shall start discussion about the electricity. So thank you for today. We'll meet in the next class.